Well, hello, lovelies. How are you? Welcome to Be So Light. I am Miata, voice is Makala, and birth name Felicia. So, where do we start? What do? We got a lot of activity going on today. But first, I want to talk about something very interesting. We got the Super Bowl coming on. I don't watch the Super Bowl game. I really don't. I used to do predictions on it all the time, and I would just pick who's going to win the team and all this because I learned the art of picking, saying it in a certain way to get the answer. Who has already been chosen to win the game? Okay, who's already been chosen to win the game? So if you are a divination person, you like to use your pendulums and everything, that's the question you have to ask. Who is already been picked to win the game? Because otherwise, basically when you're watching the game, it's just entertainment purposes. And once you realize that there's nothing real about it other than the fact that yeah, they're running into each other and hurting each other, and I pray nobody drops suddenly having any issues. But in the art of it, we're waiting for the show. We're waiting for that 30-minute or that 20, no, it's not even 30 minutes, it's a less than 20-minute show to give us the codes of what's coming up next. What are the xenomorphs thinking about next? That's what we're going to be looking for. So you're looking for the colors, you're looking for the design set, you're looking for if we're seeing a lot of red. Is it like energy that's being blanketed towards us? And what's the hidden codes if they're saying certain words over and over and over and over and over, paying attention to that, how they walk out, what's the songs that they're using, how do they look, what kind of structures are in their hair, what does their outfits look like, what's the cueing on that, is it owl looking or kind of crazy, all this stuff everybody's going to be looking for. All the people that crack me up there, all the truthers, they're doing all their thing. I think all of us are truthers to begin with because we're speaking our truth, but we get punished. Isn't it just like the witch times? How back in the witch days, they didn't like anything you said or liked anything you did. They would hang your butt or drown you or burn you up and do all these crazy things. Now we just do it in a modern way of click, click. Oh, you can't be seen. Nobody's going to see your stuff and blah, blah, blah. Just so much, um, what I call just soul meanness. Soul, well, these people don't have souls, so I can't put them in that category. So, anyway, I have a message. And it wasn't all about that. So I got that off the list. Check. Pay attention to what you're looking for on the show. That's all that really matters. They already picked the team that's going to win. So you have to be able to trust yourself and your intuition and ask the right question, which one is going to actually win the game. I used to just do it for fun. And I would always pick the right one. Now I understand how come I always knew because it was already picked. So just if you time travel back to a past timeline to see who's gonna win, you'll know who's the winner gonna be of this game. And then the message that's gonna play off of that. Okay. So done with that talk. Now let's talk about when you're trusting your higher self, when you're trusting your coded energy coming in and how to pay attention to that. A lot of times we're not paying attention. We're getting caught up in all the external stuff and distractions around us that's feeding us storylines that's not true. That's not true for us. And you have to really start trusting your inner guidance that you're getting. You start trusting your inner knowing. You start trusting the famous words I like so much, know that you know that you know. Okay. Um, Took that manifesting destiny course with Billy Carson. Oh my God. That course was phenomenal. That was a phenomenal course. It was super long. There was a lot of information. Lot of information. But you know what? I'd rather have somebody that has a lot of information deliver it then give me little bits and pieces and keep me hanging on, waiting for the next part or waiting for the when it comes to activating people and comes to activating with knowledge, today's readings that I've done for on Instagram and in the private Stargate Priestess group was all about knowledge. You have to have knowledge. Hey, darling, anyone betting on Kansas City? I don't know. What did your pendulum say? Did you did you did you ask the timeline who's going to be doing that? Who's going to be doing it? I don't do the betting thing anymore. I used to, but I didn't bet with money. I would just say I know exactly who's going to win. Pick it, boom, don't, and then they win, and I would walk away laughing. And they were like, "Why don't you put money on it?" I said, "No, because then I take the fun out of it." You know, I just like to just pick it and just know. So this time, not doing that because I don't care. I just want to know what's going on in the show. Okay. So, because that show is going to tell you what we need to be prepared for the next 3 to 4 months. It's going to be money crisis, it's going to be food stuff. It's going to have you noticed something that if you're up on a higher frequency and you're working in that higher dimensional energy, you're not being affected. You're seeing certain things, but it's not really pulling on you. But if you're in third and fourth dimensional belief system, you're seeing it all. You're seeing all the destruction. You're seeing all the Constantine coming in. You're seeing it all. But if you're on that higher frequency, you're just going on about your day. You're just kind of like moseying on through. You know what I'm saying? So trust yourself more than ever right now. Trust that gut. Trust that feeling, and trust yourself when you get an inkling that certain people around you are not they're not, how do I put this, just be aware, because the card that I got, it says observe in silence. Be aware of the people around you. Be aware of when they say something that is totally mind-blowing to you, how they're really thinking. Okay. Yeah, it's enough to kind of make you go, "What the hell?" What the I find myself saying that a lot, like, "What the hell? It's wrong. What do I do?" I find myself going through that. So far, updating everyone on the cosmos, we're being heavily inundated with some codes, and the sun this morning just going out, it was so blinding. The sun is loading us up with these sun codes. Now, with these sun codes that are coming in, I need you to understand everything is being inundated with these codes. The earth, the plants, the animals, the water is being inundated with the codes. Okay. It has to get in and imprint on us and really keep moving us along. Now, if you're not paying attention to your codes, you're just going on about your business and you're not really connecting to it. So you don't know that you can ask to have your codes activated if they get stuck and caught up in your ether. Okay, the etheric part of yourself, the astral body part of yourself, your subtle body self. So you need to be asking for that, and then really paying attention to your awareness, paying attention to that. Now, today in the priestess group, I was teaching about the vagus nerve, and the vagus nerve is the longest cranial nerve that runs through the body. And that means it's in contact with our other organs, breathing, all of that wonderful stuff. So if you really take care of yourself and take care of that vagus nerve of itself, you really are taking care of your body. Okay, you're taking care of your body. Why did you move your comment? You didn't need to move your comment. You're really taking care of your body. Okay, so pay attention to how you're talking to yourself, what you're eating. I am not kidding when I say read your labels, pay attention to what you're getting, what you're buying. Okay. Where is it coming from? Okay. Because certain foods that you're getting from Iceland, the UK, is going to have a totally different vibration, nourishment on your body than getting it here from the United States. Now, I already shared with you that I had some friends that went and traveled to Turkey and Spain and had a good time. They were eating all the food. They weren't getting bloated. They weren't having any kind of gastro distress. No, nothing. Digestion was off the hook, was doing great. Come back over here and it's bloated city, digestion problems, all of that. I wonder why. Just saying. I wonder why. So you have to really trust yourself and bless up your food. Not kidding. Put that divine light on your food and charge it up with that. Okay. Just simply by saying, anything that's inorganic, I'm not, needs to be neutralized. I am now asking for divine light to be on this food I'm taking in. Okay. And letting it be nourishing on my body. It works. You're going to have to start doing that because you have to trust yourself. And when you get messages, trust what you're receiving. Stop talking yourself out of your messages when you're getting them. Trust what you're receiving. You know, if you're getting a clear message, don't go out today, just stay home and rest. Keep your ass at home and rest. Stop running around because there's a reason why you need to rest. There's a reason why you need not to go out. There's nothing wrong with that. We got to get out of this talking ourselves out of our time of when we need to just rest. Somebody's trying to sing out there. Bless that spirit. So, before I close out, these are the new cards. I went ahead. I've been looking at these for quite some time and I just wasn't I don't know, just but then for some reason yesterday when I saw them, I was just like, "Oh, well, let me grab this." And it's by Abrams. Love it, love it, love it. And I'm going to open it up. And I like the inside of it. I already showed this partially to the group. It says you called upon the goddess and the goddess called you. You are being called to bear witness to your own joy, magic, and power. Will you heed the call? Absolutely. What do, what do. Here on Be So Light, we do our soul talk. So I need to talk to you about this interesting thing that happened. And it was on last Wednesday. There was this vibrational tone that was vibrating, sending out a tone. Okay. I think I might have talked about it briefly. But when I said no, I don't consent to it, I don't consent to it. And then I felt my body and I felt my lungs were like just dry, like couldn't expand, like I couldn't get my breath, and there's no moisture, it's just gone. I yeah, yeah, that black and yeah, that red and black and white. Yeah, yeah. There you go. Yes, absolutely. Um, when felt that and felt that energy, I ended up going to the hospital. And I thought it was really interesting because my albuterol wasn't working to expand my lung open. But you know what happened? After I went through all of that, I was the only one in the ER. There was nothing going on. Okay. Nothing going on. I was the only one in there. 4:30 in the morning. Nothing going on. Had all that attention and I was first time ever I've ever been to the ER and I was out in less than 2 hours. Normally I'm there for 8 hours or more. They're putting IVs in me. They're giving me fluids. They're taking my blood. They're gonna run me down here. They're gonna run me there and everywhere. Nothing. Didn't get anything up my nose, didn't get anything, no question, nothing. All they asked, have you been around anybody sick? No. Just I'm having asthma. I know my body. I'm 57. I have asthma. It comes and goes. It's seasonal. It does its thing. But do you know what actually stirred up my asthma? GERD. GERD stirred it up. Do you know how I got my GERD? I was doing intermittent fasting way too long. I was going way too long. I didn't start eating until 11, till 3:30. Ooh. So now, due to the beautiful medicine of Dr. Suhas, thank you so much. Um, he took me off of my crazy intermittent fasting that I was doing and torturing myself. Wasn't torturing myself, it was just throwing me off kilter and put me back on a normal time of 9 to 5. Okay, can't eat anything past 5 o'clock. I'm like, okay, that's fine, I can do that. But it's little things like this how you have to really start paying attention to yourself and trusting yourself and paying attention to your labels of everything that you're eating now and read those freaking labels. What are you putting into your mouth? Is it bioengineered? Now they're telling you on the back of labels, oh, this is bioengineered. It's fake food for sure that you're going to ingest. Yeah, I was. So, you know, you gotta be real with yourself. You really do. You gotta be real with yourself. And you gotta be in that place of truth of self, you know, and really honor the self. And right now, more than anything, you know what the problem is? I'll tell you what the freaking problem is. We're not loving ourselves. Plain and simple. We're too busy saying yes, yes, yes to toxic, 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 and not doing enough no, no, no to me, me, me. To say no, 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 so I can be with me, me, me. We're too busy trying to appease everybody. We're too busy beholding to people that have you beholding to them. They have something over you and they are beholding you to it and controlling and manipulating it for their personal gain. You know, we got all this crazy energy going on. And this is where we have to step in and really look at ourselves and say, hey, where's my energy really going? Where's my energy really getting tied up at? What's happening? Because it doesn't feel balanced. I feel like I'm all over the place. And then you're waking up in the morning feeling like you've been drugged. A lot of people were talking about that yesterday. I felt like I was hungover yesterday. There's so much of the spinning happening. And then there's this undercurrent spinning going the opposite way, but then trying to go in the right direction. And then there's so much convoluted stuff happening. No one is telling truth. No one's standing in their truth. If you're doing your work, you're standing in it. But most of the people are not standing in their truth. And there's too much fear and guilt and shame. And when are we going to get it that you have to stop doing that to yourself? It's not enough to come on and be truthers with knowledge and stuff. It's more helpful to be able to support people and help them understand their light, how you stand in it. And I love the compliment I got this week. I'm that bright light. I am that light. I create change in people's lives. Fucking A, yeah, I do. If you're ready for change, you're ready for coming in and getting yourself out of your looping, getting yourself out of. Yes, I help you do that. You might not like how I'm going to tell you what your truth is. You might not like how the cards are going to spit it out at you. You might not like that. But in the end, I guarantee you, you're going to be standing taller. You're going to be standing within yourself. You're going to be standing within your power Because if I had to go through it and I could do it, you can do it. Okay. I don't have time for shenanigans. I do not have a problem calling somebody out on their stuff and saying, this is what you did. If someone else can call me out on my stuff, I sure the hell can call you out. Why not? And people don't like that. People don't like to be called out because then it's showing that they're doing stuff that's not in balance. Because as long as they can run it on the sly and be slippy, slidey, and run it like that, and nobody ever calls them out, they're okay with it. Nobody called me out. But when you get called out, come on now. You have to you have to figure out a way how you're gonna neutralize that energy. Okay. We are in what I call the cusp bowl energy, getting inundated with a lot of stuff right now. It's so much stuff. Yeah, stand brighter. That's what this whole channel is about. Be so light. Be your light. If anything, that's what I want you to take with you during the day as a reminder. I gotta be my light. Be my light. When you see something going down that's not right, don't be standing there and acting like, oh, that don't have nothing to do with me. Raise your light frequency up and change the frequency, snapping. Change it with a breath, just taking in a deep breath and exhaling out a sound to cut the energy. I don't have a problem with that. And I sure do not have a problem when I'm somewhere and I'm on a higher dimension. I see chaos going on 3 and 4 in a store, and I will simply say, oh, this is not my timeline. Let me jump out of this and jump into something else. Click. I like watching people's faces. What is she talking about? I gotta get some of that. It's all in the snap, baby. So I want you to start really practicing this trusting this self and stop this freaking second guess. Oh God, second guessing this self. We all do it. But then I watch people do it. It drives me crazy. Why are you second guessing yourself? Come here, boo. Get close. I want you to get closer. Stop it. Just stop doing that shenanigans, okay? Just stop it. Stop second guessing yourself. I know, I know, I know. We go through our flows and we go up and down. Oh, snap. I'm snapping. We go up and down. We go through our phases. I don't know why I'm on a plan. Whatever. Yeah. I had something really interesting said to me, and I had to really stop and think about it. Have you ever had this happen where somebody says to you, "Well, yeah, when you were working at this place, and people can't stop talking about you. You made their lives so good and changed, and blah blah blah." And you hear all that, right? When you're not there anymore. You hear all about how you help people change their lives and da 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 da. And then the energy kind of flips and it's like, would you like to go back there? No, 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 no. It's all about trust yourself. Because it's really easy to get caught up in an energy where you start doubting yourself. And then if you have people around you making you start to doubt yourself, snip, snip. Just cut that energy. This is what I'm talking about. You have to really trust yourself now. Okay. We got a lot of energy that's coming in, and you're going to see like people's truth come up. You're going to see the hidden heckle and hide. Let's talk about that. That hidden heckle and hide. Yeah. Okay, the hidden heckle and hide. One minute they're all woo, and then all of a sudden this other being comes out of them that's not very nice. It's the only word I can use is it's like a xenomorph, but it's yet not a xenomorph. It's just kind of waiting until it gets ready to pop out of the body and then show itself to you. It's those moments. Pay attention to that because there's going to be a lot of that shenanigans going on for the rest of this month and all the way until the middle of next month. Okay, because we got the Jekyll stuff going on. You don't know if you're coming or going with people now. If you say anything that triggers them, oh my God, you got to watch out. I think we have built up so much energy around this whole event. Thank you, Spirit. I was trying to figure out the right way to say it. This whole event has made all of us feel like we can't say anything without hurting someone else's feelings or triggering someone. It makes us paranoid to say anything. So what happens? You don't say anything. You start doing the Mae West thing. Mm-hmm. Mm. You don't say. Mm-hmm. Because then when you're doing that, you're not agreeing either way. Then it doesn't bring in any chaos. It doesn't bring in any disharmony. It doesn't bring in any arguments and fights and stuff amongst each other. You know, People are so easy to get into arguments now. I just watched one happen just last night after I got out of medicine bath. These guys are down here 11:45 at night. I saw it's Saturday night. Here we go. Down there having arguments, slamming each other into their cars and trucks, and finally they get in their cars and take off. And I'm like, look at that, leaving all that chaotic energy right there, all because they cray cray, lost whatever mind they had left. And they're doing all that out there. I'm like, what's wrong with people? Don't get it. Okay. And then have you paid attention to this? When you're driving down the highway now, you see the sign that says tailgating is for football, it's not for freeways. I'm like, wow, what do they do? Sit in a board meeting and say, what signs should we put on our boards? I know, let's talk about tailgating. I know, tailgating is for football, not for highways. Yeah, that's right. Let's put that up for Monday morning. How about things like be awake, be alive, be love, be your light? How about stuff like that? Have a beautiful day today. How about something like that on those boards? Why can't we ever see have a great day today? How about this? You're not alone. How about this? You are worthy. How about this? You are loved. You are blessed. How about that? Welcome to a new life. Welcome to a new beginning. Today's a new beginning, a new dawn, a new beginning. How about something positive like that? I'm just saying. Wouldn't it be nice to see some? I think what would happen if we did see something like that, there would be a problem. You know what the problem would be? Everybody would think they were somewhere in the freaking Twilight Zone. You would be like, what episode is this one? I don't remember this one. Where am I? Oh my God. Is this really fifth dimension? Or maybe we hit seven and just slept through it and don't know. I'm serious. But what would it be like if we just had something like that on a board driving on the freeway? Have a beautiful day. Have a lovely day. Be the love, be your light. No, we're too busy fighting to keep our light. And every day we have to be armed up, be the warriors for ourselves and taking care of ourselves. getting that rest, not overdoing it in intermittent when you're doing your intermittent fasting. Yes, please. How do? you know, thinking you're really helping yourself and your body is getting very angry with you. Where's my food? It's like, ah! Give me something. Stop digesting me. so chaos and fighting and just yes, yes. We're going to see a lot more of that. Okay, and stop buying storylines, please. Pay attention. Is it Memorex? Because my new thing is like, oh, that looks like a Memorex moment. Remember those commercials? Is it Memorex? The tape commercial. It sounds so real, so clear, so good. Is it Memorex or is it real? Remember those commercials? so I want to show you the cards really quick. I don't know. I digress. Sorry about that. But this is the book. The book is really nice. I like the inside of the book. And I like how she has it set up. And it's all, she has a welcome in here. She has all about the temple cards. It's set up with the ancestor cards, the conjuring cards, the warrior cards, the lovers card, the garrots cards, the queen cards, the high priestess card. Then it goes into the lumination card, and it's called the threshold guardians and the shadows. And then she has one card spread, which is called the Ashe. And then there's the Goddess Temple spread, which is 3 cards. And then there's this one I like. I want to do this one. This one says the Talking Drum Ancestor spread, which is 6 cards layout. And then the next card layout is the Council and Elders spread. Yes, I like that. That sounds really cool. That's 5 card layout. The Council and Elder spread. So the artwork on the cards, the back of the cards are beautiful. Love this. It's like she took the fleur de lis and she kind of expanded. And then she had this figure 8. I've been seeing this symbol coming up out of a spiral, but I'm seeing like the figure 8 come up out of a spiral. So I'm going to wrap this up really quick because this is the first card. This one is called Seasons. Look at the detail. So pretty. Cosmic power. Grounding. This is feeling self. Radical rebirth. Really pretty. Divine lineage. This is Marie Laveau. Desire. This is bitchin'. This reminds me of one of those God cards. Look at the goddess symbol. Then she has the arrow of light. Jeez. She's not playing. Here's manifestation. Look at the storm. The storm coming, everything, all the elements are in place to manifest. Look at that. Look at that. Love it. Giving and receiving. Ma'at. So pretty. Yes, that's me. Purple. Mm-hmm. 7 sisters. Creativity. Yes. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh yeah. Storm. Oya's not playing. Look at that. That's pretty. Setman. Wound healer. Joy. Being the mother, Mother Earth. Bend that. Mask. Long, bubbly Susie. This one kind of, when I saw this, I got goosebumps when I saw this. Betrayal. Okay, you ready? Look at that. Scarcity. Resistance. Rage. Self sabotage. Look at the snakes in the water. Ocean. Sacred lust. Etheric cords. Cutting those cords. Soul forgiveness. We have a lot of that to work on. Soul forgiveness. Grief. Naked. The mermaid. Live out loud. Shine. Speak up. Truth. So pretty. Intuition. Queen Sheba. Da, 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 da. Liberation. Queen Nefertiti. Alchemy. Level up. Level up. Level up. Level up. Level up. Level up. Yamaye. Celestial alignment. So pretty. Miracles. Harvest. And surrender. So, those are the beautiful pictures of this. And her book goes into further detail. And with that being said, my dear, everyone be good to themselves. Please, if you watch the halftime show, just remember you are decoding it. And that's the only reason why I'm watching it, because I'm all about decoding the energy. So be good to yourselves. Keep your light up. Trust yourself, please. Listen to your guidance that's coming in. And if you're ever questioning your guidance, you have the divine right to say, it's just divine. It's just for my highest good. If it goes silent all of a sudden and it doesn't say anything, yeah, that's an energy that shouldn't have been in your space. All right. All right. Much love to everyone. And that's a wrap. And that's a 4, 3, 2, 1. Be so light. Bye.